What is going on, Jet fans? I am Matt O'Leary back with another video. In today's video, we're talking about Aaron Rodgers revealing how long he would like to play in the NFL, and it's good news for those who would like Aaron Rodgers to be the New York Jets quarterback for multiple years, which is really not all that surprising that Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to just come back and play 1 year and that be the end of it. He had a quote on a podcast that revealed he has his eyes set on multiple years. Here's the quote from the pod. I got back on the practice field late in the season and couldn't get to a top speed sprinting, but really been in a good place rehab-wise from the start and feeling really good. Rodgers told Bravo, I'm hopeful I can play 2 or 3 or 4 more years, but you need to have some good fortune in there too. 4 more years of Aaron Rodgers. Is that something that's realistic for the New York Jets to expect and or get? Aaron Rodgers turns 41 in December, so that means 4 more years would be his age 41 to 44 season. Very few quarterbacks play over the age of 40, so he's already in rare territory, but there's been some semi-recent examples of quarterbacks playing over 40 and playing at a high level. The first that everyone is going to bring up is Tom Brady, who played until 45, and he also played every game, by the way. The guy didn't miss any time. He was an absolute alien, and while his body is special and he's a one-of-one person, Aaron Rodgers and how he takes care of himself is special. If you looked at what he looked like last year, how good of shape he was in, this year, he looks like he's in good shape, although he's bulked up and put on even more muscle. So maybe that is something that helps him stay healthy as well. But if you're wondering about, like, can a 45-year-old even play at a high level? Well, Tom Brady at 45, 66.8 completion percentage, 4,694 yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, a 90.7 rating. I would sign up for that in a second. That would be by far the best quarterback season in New York Jets history, which is wild that that's the case, but it's the truth. So can he do it? It's certainly possible. And Tom Brady, like at age 44, finished second in MVP voting and threw for 5,316 yards, 43 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. So like there's an example of a guy recently doing it. He just did it up until what, the 21-22 season in the NFL. It was really, really impressive stuff there. And that's not the only example of it. Like Drew Brees played until 41 years old. His last season was like, it was okay. But at age 40, he played at a high level. Testaverde, we know him, we love him, played until age 44. And Brett Favre played into age 41. We know how competitive Aaron Rodgers is. Don't you think he'd want to go a little bit longer than his predecessor and Brett Favre, age 41? He loves proving people wrong. And I think if the Jets are good, there's a chance that he does it, right? Like if the Jets come out, it's going to be contingent on what happens with this team. If the Jets come out and like just things go off the rails and they miss the playoffs or they, I don't know, they win 7-8 games, then you're like, is he going to get to a point where he's like, I don't want to do this shit anymore? Like, I don't know. But if they're competitive, like the Tom Brady Bucks were, they won the Super Bowl, they went to the playoffs, you know, the 2 years after that as well, maybe he would stick around for a little while. I think 4 is pretty ambitious, but I really wouldn't put it past him to play 2 more years. I think he plays his age 41 season. I think he plays his age 42 season. And who knows? Maybe if the Jets just go out there and win a Super Bowl this year, which is, again, asking a lot, but who knows? Maybe it's something that happens. Maybe he just rides off into the sunset, but I don't think that's going to be the plan. Again, my expectation for him is to play in 24 and 25. Can Aaron Rodgers still be the Jets quarterback in 2027? That would be pretty freaking wild, but I don't think you have to go into it from the Jets fan perspective and from the Jets just in general as a team perspective and expect that and plan for him to be your quarterback in 2027. It'd be a hell of a lot of fun though if he's still playing at a high level. Like the more I've watched him on podcasts this offseason, the more my itch for wanting to see him out there for the New York Jets comes back. And you know, you just thought about all the hype in the offseason in July and August and what that was like to see him out there. And for that to only last 4 plays was so disappointing for the fan base. And obviously, I'm still bothered by it, still upset about it. But I'm sure it affected him as well. He doesn't want to come out and have his last memory be of, getting carted off the field 4 plays into the season. That's not what he wants. This is a guy who really cares about his legacy, and he has a little bit of an ego. That's very well documented, but guys around the league love him. He's an extremely competitive guy, and I think he wants to go out with one and get one for the New York Jets. He realizes how much that would mean to the city. He realizes how much that would mean for his own legacy. I don't think it's going to be a one and done. We've said that for a while. 4 years, again, seems ambitious, but I'm going to stop counting this guy out after what he did trying to recover from that Achilles injury this past season and the level of quarterback play he's had over the last few years. So let me know what you think. Do we see Aaron Rodgers for 4 more years? Sound off in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.